welcome to the What's Good with Gil and Larry podcast, coming to you live on the Box Office Buzz 302 channel. We are here to talk about WrestleMania, the NBA playoffs, NHL playoffs, but we have to start with the second annual What's Good with Gil and Larry mock draft. We're going to do picks 1 through 32. We got to get this in. So we're not going to do a whole lot of bells and whistles like we did last year, because there's going to be a couple of picks that we're really going to have to think and use our noodle. Larry, are you ready?
I'm ready, man. I'm ready as I'm going to be, brother.
All right. Well, guess what? You got the number one pick. We're gonna do odds are gonna be you.
Yes, sir.
And evens are gonna be me. So if you want to do a trade, you have to do it on your pick.
Yes,
now,
sir.
You can take it from my slot, but to initiate, it's going to have to start with an odd pick, obviously,
yes,
since you're doing odds. So the draft really doesn't start at number one. It's kind of ceremoniously going to happen. So with the number one pick, you ride it through. You say the whole thing.
All right, man. I'm now off the clock with the number one pick. The Tennessee Titans have picked Cam Ward. Quarterback out of Miami, Florida. It's a no-brainer. They're going with Cam Ward.
Woo! Quarterback. Not even top 10 on my big board, but he is the number one quarterback. All right, number two. Let me look at my mock draft. So number two is the Cleveland Browns. Their needs are quarterback, defensive line, edge, offensive line. And with the second pick in our mock draft, the Cleveland Browns select not only the number one wide receiver, but the number one corner out of Colorado, Travis Hunter.
Great pick, Cleveland. Great pick to mess up.
Now, really, the draft begins
now. It starts
right now.
At number 3, the Giants, and I'm going to be honest with you, America, I feel like they should accept. They've been opening up the line for trade talks, and I think they really should trade that pick, especially if you could come down to maybe 11-12, which would be the Niners in that pick. But I don't know if they're really going to pull the trigger on it. So I'm going to go, which I think is the best player on the board that you have to win now. You know, you drafted you got 2 quarterbacks in the offseason, so you're not going to go get a quarterback right now at this pick. So I'm going to go for the best on the board. So with the number 3 pick, the New York Giants select Abdul Carter out of Penn State.
Great pick, smart pick. And now they don't have to put the 5th-year option on Kayvon Thibodeau if they don't want to after this year. So excellent. So let me get this right. Wide receiver, cornerback, and edge. Best edge pass rusher, even though he might need surgery and he's not getting surgery, but
to get a player like that to come wreak havoc in that league, when you have all them great quarterbacks in your conference, you're gonna need somebody to bring some smoke. Because offensively, you're not gonna be able to do it. So defensively, you gotta bring some pressure.
100%. All right. So to me, those are the blue chippers, picks 2 and 3. Yeah. And that's tier 1. Now we're going to start to go to tier 2. Very good players, but maybe not, Hall of Famers. Those first 2 guys could be Hall of Famers.
I agree.
By the way, I think Travis Hunter, if he does go to Cleveland, I think he will be full-time one way and part-time the other way. It's not going to be he's going to play. No. Because how's he going to practice? How's he going to forget about the game? How's he going to practice? How's he going to get into the media? Stuff like that.
Exactly. Yeah. And this is professional football, man. I get in college, you doing what you're doing.
Big. He's not big. Like 6'1.5", 180 pounds.
And you talking about going against your top guys? You talking about they're going to pitch on the top guys,
right?
The top receivers. And on offense, you're going against some of the best corners.
Right.
There's going to be some battles, man. So you're not going to be jumping off that field like that, bro.
All right. With the 4th pick in the What's Good with Gil and Larry podcast, I have The New England Patriots taking the first offensive tackle, and that's going to be Will Campbell out of LSU.
Good pick.
Will Campbell is now a New England Patriot.
Great pick. You guys saw up that line. Protect your franchise quarterback. Good pick. Good pick. Gotta go with the trenches. All right, man. This is where it gets dicey, bro. All right. The Jacksonville Jaguars at the number 5 pick. I'm actually having them go and pick Ashton Genty, running back out of Boise State.
Oh,
I think they're gonna mess the draft up. Lane Cohen is an offensive guy, and I think he's gonna go offense.
Duval.
Duval County, man. That's gonna shake up the whole draft.
That shakes it up. Shake it up. Shake it up. All right. Ashton Genty. All right. Number 6 is the Las Vegas Raiders. They need wide receiver, running back, cornerback, offensive line, in particular offensive tackle. And you took the guy I was going to take. You know what? I did say, I believe.
You said it.
What's his name is going to make a comment. Brady. He's going to make a comment. And I'm not sure that they would have taken Genty here, even if he was available. You're starting your team. You're building your team. New head coach. Trenches, right? Trenches. Here we go. I don't even have it here, but you changed my thinking a little bit. With the 6th pick, the Raiders will go offensive tackle, and they need a right one. And the next guy up is a right tackle out of Mizzou. Armand Mimbu is the Raider.
Great pick. Ooh, you shuffle me up.
Well, you got a domino effect.
Oh, yeah, it's definitely a domino effect, man. But I already knew who my second pick was going to be, man. This is going to be crazy, right? So I got the Jets at the 7th pick, New York Jets.
That could be a tackle, too.
They got some holes, but I'm going to go with the next one. I think it's going to fit their system. So I got at the 7th pick, the New York Jets going with Calvin Banks Jr., Texas, offensive tackle. Offensive tackle.
I think it's Kelvin Banks.
Yeah, Kelvin.
Good, because I don't want the Bears to get him. So
I already know who the Bears going to get now. I already know who the Bears going to get. I'm saying if it's there, I think who you going to go with would be a great pick. If I think you're going to go where I think you're going to go.
We'll see. We're not there yet. All right, number 8th pick. Carolina. They need an edge, wide receiver, cornerback, linebacker. I don't know. I've seen this guy mocked to them. I think it's a little overrated. He's a little on the small side, but I'm going to do it. I think Carolina goes defense. They go edge out of the Georgia Bulldogs. Jalen Walker is now a Carolina Panther.
Yeah, I think they're going to go that route.
He's only 6'1.5".
Yeah, I mean, I guess
245 pounds.
I mean, they might be looking for a speed guy. But like you said, man, he's a Georgia boy. We'll see if it works.
I mean, he had another good guy on the other side of him with Michael Williams.
Yeah.
And Dylan Walker only got 6.5 sacks, and Williams only got 5.
You talking about coming up to the next level with them
right? Like, why are you going to expect
Yeah, you're right about that.
All right. 9th pick is yours, brother.
Yes, sir. And that's the New Orleans Saints. I know with the obviously you would think the pick would be quarterback, but I really think they could get their guy a little later on. I think they could get their guy a little later on.
So I'm you're gonna mess me up. You're gonna mess me up.
I'm gonna go with the best guy on the board right now. I'm gonna go defense, man. So I got New Orleans Saints taking Mason Graham out of Michigan, the defensive tackle. I got him taking the defensive tackle.
That's my number one guy I wanted the Bears to have.
Yeah, I got him going New Orleans.
Good pick. I mean, I can't argue with it. He's the best he's the only defensive tackle that's not just a run stuffer.
Yeah.
He's actually a great technique that gets pressure to actually get the quarterback.
And if he's still there at that spot, I don't see them not taking him. Like, you're not taking a quarterback when you get this guy. You're tripping.
The only thing I can think of is, they got an offensive-minded head coach.
Yeah, but and I was saying, if you don't go defensive tackle, at least get some for your line, because we got to go in the trenches. Your quarterback you could get early second round, bro. You could get you might have trade a little bit to get him, but I think your guy will be there.
So that makes me a little bit sad, but I'm gonna get over it. Next pick at number 10, my Chicago Bears. Which, by the way, I got talked about a lot on the radio station the last few days when I did their mock draft on the NFL channel. They did not like who I picked. So I was the talk of Friday afternoon, Saturday, Monday afternoon, and today, Tuesday afternoon. They didn't like my pick, but it just kind of fell that way. And that will not be my pick for now, because this guy is still available. Chicago needs offensive tackle, edge, defensive line, safety, wide receiver, running back. And guess what? I am not going for need. I am going BPA, best player available.
Okay.
That's right. I'm about to get a shirt, and it's going to say 12 personnel. Why? Because 12 personnel is 1 running back and 2 tight ends.
Is he going for
it? With the 10th pick, my Chicago Bears select tight end Tyler Warren out of Happy Valley's Penn State Nittany Lions.
I knew it. I knew that's what he's going to go for. If he's there, why wouldn't you?
I wanted Mason Graham more, but it is what it is.
All right, man.
Two tight end set.
Two tight end set, man. Now, I got at the 11th pick, even though I think the player they should get, but I've been hearing a lot of buzz about who they might get in the 49ers. And what's been talked about is actually for the 11th pick, I got the 49ers picking Shamar Stewart, Texas A&M, the edge.
Shamar Stewart. You know this dude.
Yeah.
The last 3 years, guess how many sacks he's had?
I don't know why he's coming up high on a board, bro.
I mean, you're the one picking him at 11.
Yeah.
He has gotten exactly the last 3 years, each year, 1.5 sacks.
That's sad. I know
Michael. And he's got another good guy on the other end.
And I know Mikael Williams is there. You know what I mean? But that's what they've been talking about, man. That's every mock draft, every person, every little intel. They've been talking big on him.
Yeah, I wouldn't have put him here. I think they need offensive line and they need cornerback.
They definitely do.
They could have taken a wide receiver because D-Ball's in Washington now.
Yeah, I mean, if they go this route, which I'm saying, it's
number 11 pick.
Yeah, no.
4.5 sacks in 3 years.
Like I said, that wouldn't have been my pick, but that's where I've been hearing a lot of chirp about this guy coming to him that high. And I was like, okay. Would have been my pick. Like you saying, I would have went OT.
All right. So I'm going to do you a solid.
Yes, sir.
Cowboys are the next pick.
Yes, sir.
Their needs are running back, defensive line, wide receiver, linebacker.
I got
my Ashton Genty is already off the board. You still have Omarion Hampton, who's rated number 2.
Yeah.
You still also have the best wide receiver available outside of Travis Hunter. Whoever it could be, Tatarian McMillan or Luther Burden or Golden or whomever, Emeka Obuka, whomever. So I'm going to let you make this pick.
Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. And this pick, messing with Jerry, man, and this is not the pick that I will necessarily take, but I think that this is where my owners are going to go because he'll make a dumb pick. So I'm going to go Dallas Cowboys, go with Matthew Golden, the
Wide
receiver.
receiver.
Yes, out of Texas. They're going to go with the speed guy. Watch what I tell you. They're not going to go with the big receiver Tataroa McMillan out of Arizona, which I will go with. That would be my pick personally. I know that Jerry's high on Matthew Golden, man. He's been really high on this guy. He's out of Texas, a Texas boy. You know, he probably looking at him more like a what's the boy we just got rid of?
Cook.
Yeah, Cook, like a Brandon Cooks, just a younger version of Brandon Cooks. So you already got CD Lamb at your number one. You get the speed guy on the other end. That's how he's probably gonna look at it. You know, he's not gonna go for the because he's like a Des Bryant. This guy's built like a Des Bryant. It's Terrell McMillan. He's like a Des Bryant. I don't think he's gonna go that route. He's gonna go the speed guy. Now my pick.
Now to me, I don't mean to hold you up here because you got the next pick too. But to me, if the Giants wanted to move down, that's where they would have gone. I could see Jerry wanting to make a splash. Cowboys headlines over winning. I could see the Cowboys giving up a lot to move up to 3 and the Giants moving back. That's
you thought that would have been the pick?
That I think they would have got Genty. I think they would have moved up to 3, the Cowboys, and got Genty. That's what I think they would have done. I don't know what the Giants would have gotten at 12, but I think the Cowboys, they would have given up their second rounder this year, their first rounder, and probably swap like a 5 and a 6 or something to make the numbers work. But the big thing would have been giving up your 2 this year and your 1 next year to go from 12 to 3. I think to get Genty of all players, Genty. That's
man, that would have been. I mean, man, that would have been the pick. But I don't think that he's going to shoot the dice to go that. I don't think he's going. I don't think my owner is going to go that high. But that would have been the pick for sure.
I think there's going to be movement in the top 10. I think someone's jumping up, and so obviously someone's going to fall. So you've got to think about teams that are past the top 10 that would want to jump up for somebody. What's worth giving up a lot of collateral? It's not any of these offensive tackles. So who's in play? Abdul Carter, Genty. I think those are the 2 guys that you move up for. The best running back and the best edge rusher. Who's gonna move up? And to do it, you got to go to 3. Who's gonna do it?
But man, you see Jerry gambling that big though.
Yes, because that's what he is. That's how he became a billionaire.
You ain't lying about that.
That guy gambled on himself with oil.
You ain't lying about that.
Himself with the Cowboys. You got to remember, when he took over the Cowboys, they were awful. They were just big in name. They were terrible.
Now you're right. You're right. Ah, man, I mean, look, for the sake of Cowboy Nation, I hope he do put the trigger.
And who would it be for? Would it be for Carter or would it be for Genty? I think it would be for Genty.
It got to be for Genty because I don't think you're going to. Even that would be an ill combo if you could pick 2 Penn State guys on the line because you already got you got my baby down there.
If you get Abdul Carter, now you've got a little negotiating power for Micah Parsons.
Well, Micah,
because now you could be like, listen, man, I've already got your replacement. He's from the same school, the same number, practically the same position. So don't play hardball with me. You know what I'm saying? And with wanting to set the record for highest paid defensive player by 5 million or 10 million or whatever, I'll let you be the highest paid by 1 million. Short contract.
Man,
3 or 4 years.
You talking about in college to the league though. This guy's proven in the league. What we going off is potential from college to the league. Yeah, the potential is for you to be my replacement. But what I'm talking about, what I'm getting out of Micah Parsons on that field is right now, though, he's not one of the best players in one of the best defensive players in the league.
I'm in total agreement, and that works for probably 31 of the 32 teams that you're talking about. However, the saying goes, potential gets you fired. So a GM that drafts a guy or a coach that recommends a guy because of potential and it doesn't work, coach, GM, one or the other or both get fired. This is the owner making the pick. So there is no pressure for him. It doesn't work out. It doesn't work out. I'll see you next draft. You know what I'm saying? He's not firing. One thing we know, he's not firing himself as being GM. When he stops being the GM is when he's dead.
Yeah.
So there is no fear. There is no, if it doesn't work out, heads will roll. No, if he wants to make this trade, he makes the trade. He does it. He'll do it. And but the question is, who's he doing it for? I feel like he would be doing it for Genty. That's what I think. But I can make a case he'd be doing it for Carter too, for negotiating purposes as much as play on the field, potential play on the field.
Man, so you're saying that the Dallas Cowboys you
made the pick. The pick is the pick, but I'm just saying in 2 days we got the real deal.
Yeah, we get the real deal.
I think someone is moving up.
For sure.
I think someone is moving up, and it's going to have to be for a blue chipper. And there's not many in this draft.
I'm either going to be a dual Carter, like you said. It's going to be a dual Carter. I think Travis Hunter is going to be Cleveland.
So too.
Like you said, it had to be Genty. It had to be them two players. That's the only two players I'm seeing you jumping all the way up to come get. Because like you said, the rest of them is going to be, like you said, good players. But you're talking about two potential Hall of Fame players that you're trying to grab.
What if Micah, with a wink and a tip of the cap and a nod, and all that stuff, what if he said, listen, man, you draft my boy, you can franchise me for a year, you won't hear anything out of me, and I'll really work with you on my extension. I want to be the highest paid, but not the highest paid by 2 miles.
Oh, he's gonna pull a trigger. You're
taking Abdul Carter.
You talking about I could wreak havoc?
Two guys
from Penn State, and I could wreak havoc. Who you gonna guard? Pick your poison. What? Oh yeah, Jerry. Oh yeah, and I could see him sitting down, especially if you're gonna go defensive. I could see him sitting down with him, like, look, man, I want to keep you. And I could see Micah being the player he is. Like, look, man, I'm tired of doing all this by myself, man. You give me another dude on this line, man, that could cause havoc. We can make some damage.
So in this scenario, if you move up to 3, who's it going to be?
Oh, who are we going to get for number 3?
Yeah.
Man, I got to go defense, man. I got to get Abdul Carter, man.
Oh.
As bad as we want Genty,
I would have said Genty, but that makes sense, Carter, for the reasons that we're talking about.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, 13 pick.
All right, 13, man. I got 13s on me, man. 13 on me, and that would be the Miami Dolphins. That'd be Miami Dolphins. And with the 13th pick, the Miami Dolphins, they didn't solve that back end, bro. So I got them picking Jahdae Barron, the cornerback out of Texas. They didn't solve up that back end. He's I think Ramsey about to be out of that joint.
Oh man. I'm not shocked you took
your cornerback
that position, even though they're in desperate need of O-line and D-line too. But they need a corner. It looks like Ramsey might be out the door.
Ramsey might be out there.
But I thought you would have gone Will Johnson.
Yeah, he was definitely in the radar, but I was like, man, I think they're gonna address that. They're gonna address that back end, man, because they was getting killed last year. And then Jalen Ramsey is old, and they're gonna part ways for him soon. So you got to solve that back end.
Wow. All right. So who'd you take?
I took Jahdae Barron, Texas, the cornerback out of Texas.
Got it. Very good. All right. Ooh, this is exciting.
Yes, sir.
Indianapolis Colts. Their needs are tight end. Hint. Cornerback, safety, edge. Let's not waste any time. There are two very good tight ends that will go in the first round this year.
Mhm.
Bears took the first one. Indy will take the second. Colston Loveland out of Michigan. Come on down. You are now an Indianapolis Colt.
Good pick. Good pickup, Indianapolis. All right. With the 15th, we know what Atlanta need. They need defense. All right. So I'm going with the edge in Atlanta. With the 15th pick, the Atlanta Falcons select Mike Green out of Marshall, the edge out of Marshall.
That was my pick on the radio on Friday, and
they ain't like it.
And I got booed.
Did you?
They used the sound effect of booing.
Wow.
And I said I wasn't going to overreach for who is it? Hold on. For Kelvin Banks.
Yeah.
I said I'm not overreaching. I don't have him at high enough prospect like that.
And that's what they felt.
I took Mike Green, and they were like, "You're not going to reach for Kelvin Banks, but you're gonna reach for Mike Green. Are you kidding me?" Oh yeah, I got booed.
Ooh.
I got booed, but I said on my big board, I have Mike Green rated higher. You know, you real quick, these defensive ends, what's his name? Shamar Stewart,
Yep.
Mikhail
Williams,
Jalen Walker,
yep.
Scourton, Mikhail Williams. These guys are averaging 2, 4, 5, 6 sacks, right? With another guy at the other end, so they don't get double teamed.
Right.
This dude it was Marshall Green. He got 17 sacks.
17.
Jalen Walker is 6'1.5", 245 pounds. He's expected to go top 10.
Right.
And Green is 6'4", 250. And they're like, I'm reaching at number 10? Really?
17 sacks?
Really?
Tripping.
I thought that was a good pick.
I think that's a good pick too, because I'm looking at it like this, especially in that defensive scheme. Oh, he's gonna go crazy with the Bears if he went that high.
Line him up and get the quarterback.
Oh,
he would have been in there on obvious passing downs. They would have kicked the new guy that they signed, Dio, because he's 6'6". They would kick him inside on passing downs. And then you have Green coming off the edge. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, that's havoc. I mean, the offensive line ain't bad already. You know what I mean? Y'all can say
I'm not reaching. Let me ask you this. The Bears drafted a guy in the 3rd round last year. Okay. He was injured during training camp, didn't participate. He was same injury during preseason, didn't participate. Gets healthy. You got the whole dumpster fire with the coaches and stuff like that. He gets in there late in the season. Yeah, he struggles. He's not any good. But don't you draft a guy in the 3rd round to play him? Don't you need to know what you have before you replace him? Are we counting what he did last year, this past season, as okay? I've seen enough. Really, coming off of an injury, a rookie with the shuffling of the coaches, and you're going to give up on him? I don't feel left tackle is as big of a need, and you don't reach. And that's what I said on the radio. I'm not reaching to upgrade that position. If Campbell fell to me, maybe Mimbo's the right tackle.
Yeah.
So now I would have to make him a left tackle. Okay, that doesn't always work. Yeah, to just say, just move him over to the other side. He's been playing the right tackle.
Yeah.
Okay, you know what I'm saying? So I would have been 50-50 with that. And then Kelvin Banks is ranked after him. You watch Kelvin Banks, he's on the ground a lot. He's off his feet a lot. You're 6'5". You're supposed to hold. You know what I'm saying? Why are you on the ground? So no, I picked Mike Green. I thought he was more explosive, and I got booed on that pick. Whatever. 16th pick. That's mine. By the way, I agree with that to Atlanta. I think that's gonna happen. 16th pick. Now, this one was tough for me. Arizona, edge, offensive line, wide receiver, defensive line. I actually changed this twice.
Okay.
Twice. But I'm going to go, and he's still available. I'm going to go wide receiver, Luther Burden the third.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
You went above to Turbo McMillan?
And Josh Simmons, the offensive tackle out of Ohio State. And I'm taking another guy, another weapon on offense to be with Marvin Harrison.
So Tetarola McMillan wasn't high on your board?
I had him going to you guys. So now he's falling. He's a fit guy.
Yeah, he's a fit guy. He is a fit guy. Yeah. Yeah, he definitely is. All right, man. Good pick. I mean,
surprising pick, right?
It's definitely a surprising pick. At the 7, I struggled with this one right here also, but I'm because I had one guy, but I said I'm gonna go. I think this guy, especially he was ACC Defensive Player of the Year too. So I'm gonna go with this guy, Cincinnati. I'm gonna go with 17 pick of Cincinnati Bengals. I'm going, and they need help and defensively, obviously. I mean, no offense. Donovan a zero Cole. I hope I'm saying his name right, but he's out of Boston College, the defensive end out of Boston College. Yeah, he was
Donovan Isaruku.
Isaruku, yeah.
I have him going way later, but I do have him. See, I had Shamar Stewart here.
Did you? I had Derek Harmon if it wasn't going to be Donovan out of Oregon, the defensive tackle out of Oregon.
Ooh, so all right. So you got Donovan. All right.
Yeah.
The thing with Donovan, he's an excellent like rusher to get the quarterback, but he gets gobbled up when it's a play, and he's only 6'2". He is not a big guy. Again, there's the big guys are the ones not getting sacks.
Yeah.
Edge, Boston College. All right. I got the 18th pick. All right, this one's easy. The Seattle Seahawks, they need O-line, edge, defensive line, linebacker. With the 18th pick, the Seattle Seahawks select out of North Dakota, offensive lineman Greg Zabel.
Okay.
Gray Zabel.
Yeah, I mean you bought your quarterback over, you better protect him.
This guy played left tackle in college, but he's expected to be an interior guy.
Okay.
And they think he can eventually be the center. So I will have interior lineman. Yeah. Interior offensive line. IOL.
All right. I got Tampa Bay, man. And
this is an easy one, and we didn't pick them. To me, it's
Tampa Bay. At the 19th pick, I think they just need some help at the linebacker position. I got Jihad Campbell out of Alabama.
Jihad Campbell. That's who I have too on my mock.
Yeah, Jihad Campbell, Alabama. They definitely need linebacker. Is he going that or on the back end? So I think they're more concerned is the linebacker more than the cornerback at this point.
He could have gone as high as 12 to you.
He really could. So yeah, that's a steal for Tampa Bay, and I think that's their guy.
Good fit too.
Good fit.
Speaking of good fit, Denver Broncos, they need running back, tight end, wide receiver, offensive tackle. Let's not waste any time. They run up with the card, and the Denver Broncos select out of North Carolina running back Omarion.
Great pick. Great freaking pick. Great pick. Great pick, Denver. Now, this is the pick of the pick for me. 21. Get their guy for the future. At 21, Pittsburgh Steelers get Shedeur Sanders out of Colorado.
Wow.
He falls to 21. Coach Prime's kid. Between him and Jackson Dart. I think they're gonna go Shedeur though.
Like I said, I don't think they're gonna go quarterback.
You think they're gonna go defense?
I went defense. I went defensive tackle Walter Nolan.
Yeah, Walter Nolan. I actually had him going to earlier I had him going. It was between him to San Francisco.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna see, man. He is the what's the word? Polarizing player in this draft. He
Yeah.
can go as high as 3.
Yeah.
He
Or
can
drop on
possibly
me.
fall out of the first round.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
Crazy. What did I do here? EU. Oh, I spelled it backwards. Okay. 22, right?
22.
Oh, this is so Jim Harbaugh has a
Jim
few
Harbaugh.
players circled because he wants to get reunited with some of his guys when he coached at Michigan. And there's one here. The LA Chargers, their needs are tight end, wide receiver, defensive line, and edge. The Chargers, with the 22nd pick, will take fellow Michigan Wolverine defensive tackle Kenneth Grant. Big boy will clog up the middle.
That sounds like a Harbaugh pick right there.
He really wanted Loveland, but he didn't get past the Colts, so he took his second guy.
All right. So with the 23rd pick, that's the Green Bay Packers. An ideal pick would be a wide receiver, but they don't pick wide receivers in the first round. So I'm gonna go with the person I think they're gonna pick, which on defense, which would be I got Mikael Williams, Texas A&M defensive end.
Mikael Williams.
Mikael Williams going to Green Bay.
I don't mind that. I think he's overrated.
Yeah.
He's another one of those 5-sack guys. Looks good in a uniform. 6'5", 280. I was also going to go defense, but I was going to go cornerback.
He's going to go my Malachi.
They're losing Alexander.
Yeah, they're losing Alexander. He's going to go Starks?
No, I was going to go Will Johnson.
Ooh.
Still available.
Yeah, he's still available. Yeah.
Still available. All right, at number 24, he can go here, but I don't have him going here. The Minnesota Vikings, they need safety and cornerback, and I'm going to take the number 1 overall safety, I believe, in the draft, and I'm going to go with Malachi Starks.
That's my joint up, man. That cat going to Baltimore. That's okay, though, man. All right, cool. At 25 spots, since they just lost their wide receiver, man, I think, and Tank Dell being injured and uncertain, I think the Houston Texans is going to go with an Ohio State guy. So I got Houston Texans going to Emeka Egbuka.
Wow.
Ohio State wide receiver to pair up with Justin.
Egbuka.
Yeah, to pair up with my man, the quarterback. What's my man out Houston Texans?
Collins.
No,
Nico Collins.
No, the quarterback.
TJ.
Yeah.
TJ Stroud.
Yeah. So Stroud, he'll be up there with Stroud again. He'll connect with it, because they had chemistry in Ohio State. So
that team needs offensive line.
They definitely
need wide receiver, but they really need the offensive line was terrible, and their best guy they just traded away. So I had them going offensive line. I had them going Tyler Booker, guard out of Alabama, but it was your pick. I actually think Emeka Egbuka might fall to the second
round. Yeah.
Yep. There's a bunch of Ohio State guys that I think are going to be in the second round. I think Egbuka, I think both running backs, Henderson and Genty, and I also think JT, the defensive end, and Jack Sawyer, the other defensive end.
Where do you think the quarterback goes to third round?
What's that?
You think Will the quarterback, you think he goes to the third round, fourth round?
Oh, the quarterback?
Yeah.
No higher than third round. Maybe later than that. All right. 26, the Rams. This is interesting. Their needs are cornerback, offensive tackle, linebacker, and quarterback. I could see a Jackson Dart here.
Mm.
I really can.
The future.
But I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to stick with the defense. They're built to win now. They need a little help on the back end. You know what? I have cornerback here, but I have a guy rated higher than the guy I got written down, and he's still available. So I'm going to go with the guy that's still available. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to have the Los Angeles Rams at number 26 take cornerback Will Johnson. I have here Siobhan Ravel Jr.
Yeah.
But I had Will Johnson already taken. I thought Green Bay would take him. So I'm going to take Will Johnson right here.
But you messed me up for the Baltimore pick because I have Malachi.
Who's picking Baltimore?
I got Baltimore 27.
All right, so I'll help you out a little bit. Hold on, let me write this down. Okay, so Baltimore, their needs are offensive line, edge, defensive line, cornerback, and safety.
Yeah,
and
I know.
Their high-level safety still available.
Is it?
Big safety. That's who I have them in my mock draft taking.
No, because I have Malachi Starks there, but who you got the safety spot?
I got Nick Manawari, the big 6'3" safety. You would have two huge safeties in the.
You know what? I'm gonna let you pick that pick for me, so I'm gonna go with that pick right there because my pick was gonna be Donovan Jackson at Ohio State, the offensive guard.
All right, so Nick.
Yeah, we'll go there because
he is a South Carolina Gamecock.
Yeah, they need. They definitely need help in the back end.
And he's big. So you got two big safeties, big ones.
So that reminds you of when Rod Woodson was there and what's called too, Ed Reed. Where they had that
Rod Woodson and Ed Reed didn't play together.
They didn't play?
No, Rod Woodson at that point was with the Raiders.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. They actually got Ed Reed to replace Rod Woodson.
Okay.
They were both free safeties. Okay, my pick. Number 28, Detroit. Ooh, you screwed me up here. Because I had Michael Williams. Ooh, and I don't have a backup. Let me take a look-see. Let me take a look here. Oh, you messed me up. Dun, 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 dun. Ooh. Sorry about the dead air. I think I know who I'm going to take. All right, so he's gone. He's gone. He's gone. Ooh. Eeny, meeny, miny, right? All right. I'm going to take the other Texas A&M player. I'm going to take Nick Scourton.
Okay.
Out of Texas A&M. So two Nicks back to back. Nick Scourton.
All right. With the 29th pick, I got the Washington Commanders, and I got them going with Maxwell Hairston out of Kentucky, the cornerback.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a good one. It's a need. That's not who I have, but it's a good one. That's a good one.
Yeah, they got burnt last year. They've
needed cornerbacks for a few years now.
Yeah, they did. A run stopper.
Oh, that's what I had.
Yeah, they had a run stopper because they was getting killed on the ground, boy.
Taking Derek Harmon or Walter Nolan.
Ooh, both of them picks would have been
They
great.
are both still available with
Yeah.
3 picks to go. All right, 30th pick. Now you took Devin Izaraku.
Yeah.
I won't overthink it. One pick later, then I had this guy going to Washington, and now I have him going to Buffalo. Let's take the defensive tackle out of Oregon, Derek Harmon.
Oh, there you go.
Are now a Buffalo Bill.
Okay. With the 31st pick of the 2025 What's Good with Gil and Larry mock draft, I got offensive tackle, which they really need, Josh Simmons out of Ohio State.
He's my backup. I got somebody else ahead of him. The only reason that I don't agree is Josh Simmons is coming off of a bad leg injury.
So who you had going ahead of him?
I had the other Josh Connerly Jr. out of Oregon. But this is your pick. So that means he's going to fall to the second round.
Yeah.
Because that is not who the Eagles are going to take.
Nope. Who the Eagles taking?
Josh Simmons. Offensive tackle. All right. With the last pick, the 32nd pick in the second annual What's Good with Gil and Larry mock draft, the reigning, defending Philadelphia Eagles select out of Tennessee edge James Pierce Jr.
Ooh, good pick.
He will, they lost Graham to retire and Sweat in free agency.
Good pick. Eagles always get a good player.
It was between him and Nick Scourton. But
each would have worked in their system.
I think this dude is going to fall because of off the field stuff.
Oh, okay.
But he should be like a top 15, top 16 guy.
There you go. Is that like the Eagles' MO the last couple years? Getting guys that should have been top 10, top 15 plus picks because of off-field issues, and they fall to the Eagles.
So that our draft is complete.
Yes,
we have
sir.
all 32, and we did not do a trade.
I know.
We didn't do a trade. I want very much for one of us to do it, but the teams that I would have had move up, I needed to be odd. I needed it to be odd.
I was gonna go up with the like I said, the Niners. I thought Niners were gonna pick a play at 3 with either which way the players gonna have to be odd. It was gonna have to be with the Giants. You know.
Well, you were picking the Giants.
I know.
But you could have done it.
You could have
done it with anybody. You could have did it with San Francisco Cowboys. Yeah. You could have done it.
Yeah, I could have, man. That was on me. I ain't pulled the trigger, y'all. But I think on draft they gonna pull the trigger.
Who's they? Who's they?
Man, it might be my boys, man. It might be my boys, man. But I'll see either them or the Niners. The Niners might take a jump up to go up.
Well, the last time the Giants moved up big time, they took Trey Lance in 2021.
Man,
and that was a disaster.
It was a disaster.
So,
yeah, that was terrible. All right.
I don't know. Okay, so that is our mock draft. I like it.
I like it.
I wish we did a trade, but I still like it. I give it a B+.
Yeah, I'll agree with you.
B+. All right, so let's get to some other stuff while we still got 11 minutes.
All right, we got the NFL playoffs.
NHL playoffs.
All right, give you a real, yes, sir.
In with that.
All right, man. We'll just give you just an update of what it's looking like right now, y'all. Right now, Toronto is up 1-0 against Ottawa. As I expect Toronto to win that series. Carolina, unfortunately, got your boys 2-0, the Jersey Devils. Vegas is up 1-0 on Minnesota. Wow. The Kings is up in the shootout with Edmonton. They actually beat them at their own game, 1-0. The Avalanche and the Ducks, Dallas Stars series is tied at 1 apiece. Winnipeg and the Blues, Winnipeg is up 2-0, which I got Winnipeg winning that series. And Washington is up 1-0. They're up 1-0 on Montreal. It's going to be a good series. That's going to be a good series, too. It's the first round, man. So we're gonna see. And moving on to the NBA and the NBA right now, OKC is destroying Memphis. That's a mismatch, 1-8, right?
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Minnesota destroyed the Lakers the first game. We'll see what they do this game. Denver and Clippers, which I thought was going to be the best series anyway, is 1-1. They're tied up. It's going to be a good series. We got the Clippers. It's going to be a very good series, though. Golden State up 1-0 on Houston. Are you surprised? I'm not. And then on the East Coast, you got the number 1 seed Cleveland Cavaliers up 1-0 Miami. I expect them to win that series. You got the Celtics against the Magic. It's going to be a good series. I don't think they're going to sweep them, but they're going to win. Boston to beat them. Then my Knicks in Detroit probably going to be the hardest series on that side.
7 games.
It's definitely going 7. It's 1-1 right now, you know. And then you got Indianapolis and Milwaukee. I got the Pacers winning 6. I think they're winning 6. I don't think they're going to sweep them. All right, man. And before we got in this, we got to talk about the big boy this weekend. We got to talk about the big boy this weekend. Okay. WrestleMania. Gil, what did you think about WrestleMania? And this was the Saturday card.
Just an overview. I thought it was good to very good, but last year I thought might have been the best ever.
Yes.
So it really kind of paled in comparison to me. Some things were okay. Some things were really good. Rey Mysterio got hurt on SmackDown. So he got replaced by Rey Fenix, who is the brother of Penta.
Great match. Great.
And it was really good. It was good.
American Grande. Or Chad Gable, American
Grande Americano.
Yeah. I mean, for him to get up them luchadors, man, he go wrestle and he hit a 450, man. I don't know what it was, man. Look, he is athletic, man. I like Chad Gable a lot. He like the athletic Kurt Angle to me.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Charlotte lost Tiffany Stratton.
I'm so glad that they had Tiffy win. I said this before. I'll say it again. I love Charlotte. I think in her prime, she was the best.
Indeed.
But it looks like this last injury has taken something from her. She's lost half a step. Now, maybe she gets it back. Maybe in 6 months, she's back to being what she was. She does not look there's a handful out there that look better than her now when she used to look the best.
Yeah, I agree.
So, yeah, I mean, a couple pops. Becky Lynch came back.
Indeed.
Won the tag title. Very next day, lost the tag title, and she turned heel. That was a little quick. Dirty Dom gets the Intercontinental. Finally gets the night off of him because he was.
Finally.
Io Sky wins the triple threat. I love that.
Yeah.
I love that Seth Rollins won. I hate that John Cena won. I hate it.
I mean, I got it. I got the logic, bro, because you're tied with Ric Flair. You're tied with Flair.
Anymore.
Now you're the GOAT. Now you are the GOAT. You are the greatest that have done it. So I couldn't see them letting them lose and being tied with Ric Flair. So it made sense. It made sense. And he'll rock out to SummerSlam. What's the last event? Is it SummerSlam?
Backlash is in a month.
Okay.
But in August, the next super big one will be SummerSlam. That's
probably
he'll defend it.
Yeah, he'll probably drop the belt in. But now the question is, who's he defending against? Is it going to be Is it going to be Cody Rhodes finally saying, "Look, I'm gonna play your game. Stop being this cold cookie cut, wholesome figure. And I'm gonna play dirty. When we play dirty, I play dirty." Okay. Or does Randy Orton come in and say,
I
"Hey,
like Randy Orton deal."
I like Randy.
Randy Orton's only a couple of titles behind John Cena. He's at 14. John Cena's at 17 now with the record.
Did you see the pop he got, man? Because like Kevin Owens being out, and I'm glad that what's called took that task, man. What's the guy out there? NXT.
Oh, the one that took him on? No,
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
not from NXT. He's from TNA.
From TNA.
Joe Hendry.
Joe Hendry. Yeah, yeah. Hey man,
You
he's
want-
a funny guy.
I can impersonate Joe Hendry. You ready?
He's a funny guy.
Ready?
Go ahead. Go do it.
Just say my name, okay? Say my name.
Okay. Gil.
No, Joe Hendry.
Oh, you ready? Joe Hendry. Yeah.
That's what he does.
You see my
does.
man caught him with the RKO. He was posing for the flick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, man. You look at Randy Orton 20 years ago, and you look at him now. He looks like him and Batista switched bodies.
Yeah.
Batista's like thinner and leaner.
Yeah. And Randy Orton got bigger.
Randy is like thick. I mean, his quads are gigantic.
290, man. This cat 290, man.
Yeah, and all of it.
Yeah, big guy.
He looks so much bigger than Cena. You know, real quick, in 2002, the big four came up at the same time. Randy Orton, John Cena, Batista, and Brock Lesnar came up at the same time, and they all hit it big.
Yeah, they did.
All of them hit it big.
They carried the league, man. They carried the league. I love what they're doing with Seth. I love what they're doing with Seth. I mean, this guy.
Me too.
Yeah. He's
no longer third wheel.
No. He's been willing and dealing. And I love it because he was holding this down on his own. Like, he literally was holding this on his own. And now that Paul Heyman and linked up with him, the wise man, now you got Braun Breaker, the dog. You got the dog off the leash. Oh my goodness.
Oh my gosh. When he does the Frankensteiner off the top rope. Woo! I mean, he runs up there, puts it up.
What do you think they're gonna do with Rusev? Now he's in came back. What do you think they're gonna do with Rusev?
Character like that's supposed to be a heel.
Yeah.
So I don't think he's gonna get like any like real title, but I could see him like beating up a few guys and maybe eventually teaming up with Gunther.
Ooh, that'd be a good.
Two bad guys wrecking havoc.
Yeah.
For a little bit, I could see that happening.
Will Kaiser still be part of that?
I think Kaiser, they're gonna fade him out.
Okay.
I mean, he does. Every match, big match, he loses.
Yeah, you're right.
Every match to me. So, so I think those were the standout moments for WrestleMania 41. Yeah. So I want to thank everybody for tuning in to the What's Good with Gil and Larry podcast. We will catch you next Tuesday at 9:30. So remember to check in on the Box Office Buzz 302 channel. Also want to give a shout out to Matt Shackelford. He has put out another movie review. So check out Matt's Monday reviews also on the channel. And be sure to watch the draft in 2 days. All the speculation ends, and we're going to know. You got NBA playoffs, NHL playoffs. We still can keep up with the fallout of WrestleMania, but it is all about the draft, especially Thursday and Friday. The first 3 rounds, it's going to be exciting. I'm talking electric. So for my main man, Larry Loper, I'm Gil Irizarry. We'll catch you next week.
My main man. Great show.